Dear students, in this video, we shall see the poetic devices used in the poem Life written by Henry Van Dyke. The poet explores the theme of nature, that is life in its purest form, as an adventure. He aspires to live a happy and courageous life. He doesn't want to rush or stray from his purpose. He does not want to be sad about the things he has lost. He desires to live his life with a whole and happy heart that joyfully goes with him from youth to age. The rhyme scheme of this poem, it has two stanzas. The second one is a continuation of the first. The rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A, B, B, A, A, C, C, A. And that of second is D, E, E, D, F, F. Let us see the figure of speech used in this poem. Alliteration. Alliteration is the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Let us see in which lines alliteration is used. In the first line, with forward face and face, they both begin with the same alphabet or consonant F. So the words are alliterated here, forward and face. In the line, not mourning for the things that disappear, here things and that are alliterated. They both begin with the same sound, the, or we can say that they both begin with the same alphabet, T. In the line, from what the future wails, but with the whole, from and future are alliterated words. Both begin with the consonant sound, F. In the line, and happy heart, happy and heart are alliterated words. Both begin with the consonant letter H. In the line, let the way wind up the hill or down. Way and wind are alliterated words. Both begin with the consonant letter W. In the line, over the rough or smooth, the journey will be joy. Journey and joy are alliterated words. Both begin with the same consonant letter J. In the line, still seeking what I sought when but a boy, the first two words, still and seeking, are alliterated. Both begin with the same consonant letter S. Now let us see the next figure of speech, epithet. An epithet is a word or phrase which describes the main quality of someone or something. Epithets are usually adjectives that describe a noun. In this line, with forward face and unreluctant soul, the word soul or the noun soul is described using an adjective unreluctant. When a noun is defined using an adjective, it is called as an epithet. So here the adjective is unreluctant and the noun is soul. So the soul here is unreluctant and the figure of speech here is epithet. In the dim past, nor holding back in fear, here the noun past has been defined using the word dim, which means that the past was not a very bright one or a happy one. So here the word dim defines the past of the author or the poet here. Since past is defined using an adjective dim here, it is an epithet. And happy heart that pays its toll. Here heart is defined using an adjective happy. So it is epithet. Next we shall see couplet. Couplet is a very easy figure of speech to identify. A couplet is two lines of poetry which come next to each other, and especially two lines that rhyme with each other and are the same length. With forward face and unreluctant soul, not hurrying to nor turning from the goal. Here the rhyming words at the end of these two lines are soul and goal. Both rhyme with each other. So these two lines together is called as a couplet. Next, not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past, nor holding back in fear. The words disappear and fear rhyme with each other, hence it is couplet. The lines, from what the future waits, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll. Whole and toll rhyme with each other, hence these two lines are together called as a couplet. In the lines, or rough or smooth, the journey will be joy, still seeking what I sought when but a boy. The words joy and boy rhyme with each other, hence these two lines are together called as a couplet. And the last two lines, my heart will keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. The words quest and best rhyme with each other and these two lines are together called as couplet. Anaphora, a very easy figure of speech. It is a repetition of a word or expression at the beginning of successive phrases, clauses, sentences or verses. So in the lines, not hurrying to, nor turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear. Both the lines begin with the same word, not, hence it is anaphora. The figure of speech here is anaphora. Next we have personification. Personification is a figure of speech in which an idea or a thing is given human attributes and or feelings or is spoken of as if it were human. That is, innate objects are given human characteristics. From what the future veils, but with the whole. Here, veils means to hide. Here the future hides. An action of a human being to hide. In the same way here, future veils. So future is personified. The figure of speech used here is personification. And happy heart that pays its toll. Here happy heart pays. Paying something is a human quality or human characteristics. In the same way here, happy heart pays. So here happy heart is personified that pays its toll. Hence the figure of speech is personification. So let the way wind up the hill or down. Just like how a human being wind up the hill. That is how a human being goes up the hill or down the hill. In the same way here, way winds up the hill and down the hill. So way here is personified, which is given the quality of winding. Hence the figure of speech used here is personification. Way is personified here. My heart will keep the courage of the quest. Here will keep something a characteristic of a human being to keep something. In the same way here heart will keep. So here heart is personified. Hence the figure of speech used here is personification. Contrast, the word itself gives its meaning. It often means opposites. It is the opposition between two objects. It is used to emphasize the difference between two people, places or things. There is a slight difference between oxymoron and contrast. In oxymoron, the opposites are placed next to each other, whereas in contrast you will have a conjunction in between, or even you may have many words in between the contrasting words. In the line, to youth and age and travels on with cheer. Here youth and age are contrasting words. Here age means old age and there is a conjunction in between and hence it is contrast. The figure of speech used here is contrast. So let the way wind up the hill or down, which means that let the way wind up the hill or down the hill, which is implied. So up and down are the contrasting words and there is also a conjunction in between. Hence the figure of speech used here is contrast. Or rough or smooth. The contrasting words are rough or smooth with the conjunction in between. The words are opposites here, rough or smooth. Hence the figure of speech used here is contrast. Metaphor. Metaphor is comparison between two things. In a layman language, we say that it is a comparison without using the words like or as. Metaphor states that one thing is another thing. It equates those two things not because they actually are the same, but for the sake of comparison or symbolism. We have just one metaphor in this poem. New friendship, high adventure and a crown. It is for the boy. When he grows up, he gets new friendship and he has many adventures to do and finally he gets the success. The success here is compared to a crown. Hence the figure of speech used here is metaphor. I hope, dear students, you have understood. Subscribe to watch the other videos and get updates on new videos. Like and share for the benefit of others. Thank you. Happy learning.